Welcome in. I'm Jessica Morey, joined by Oklahoma State head men's basketball coach Mike Boynton. Coach, first let's talk about what your initial reaction was when the NCAA ruling came down that the winter sports seniors were not going to get another year of eligibility.
I was certainly disappointed for them. I can understand the justification why the complexities that would happen moving forward would be pretty hard to manage, but it still doesn't stop me from feeling bad for those kids, all the work that they put in to put themselves in position to play in what everybody knows is the most meaningful part of the season for them. I still harken back to my days as a college athlete. I remember exactly where I was when my career came to an end after losing in the NCAA tournament, and that experience is something that none of these kids this year will have an opportunity to experience. So I feel bad for them, but I understand. It's part of life. You deal with tough things sometimes, and I'm sure all of them will remember this and learn and grow and be better for it.
And you guys were playing your best basketball heading into the Big 12 tournament and ultimately, hopefully, the NCAA tournament. And you guys had that win in the tournament, and then the season came to an end. Is it even tougher knowing that you guys were playing your best basketball in March and now never knowing what this team could have accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, you never imagine a scenario where you could go to your conference tournament, win the first game, and then go home. And not only go home, but go home and the season be over. So it was bittersweet. It was an exciting game, so at least we went out and are able to say that, winning on Isaac's layup there with the last couple seconds of the game. But I was certainly proud of what our guys accomplished. Roaring back from an 0-8 start in Big 12 play and finding a way to have success and then carrying some momentum into the conference tournament. At the same time, it's still a little bit unsettling that the season ended that way and that we didn't have a chance to see what we could have become in the next couple of weeks as the season wound down. But I'll take the positives that I can from it and something that hopefully everybody will be a little bit mindful of how appreciative we should be that we get to play a game that we love.
And what has life kind of been like for you recently? What's recruiting like on your end?
Recruiting, hasn't changed that much in terms of activity. I just don't travel anymore, which is really new. I guess yesterday maybe marks the third consecutive week that I've been in the same place. I don't think that's ever happened in my life. In fact, I asked my mom the other day about that, and she says probably hasn't happened since I was about 8 years old that I spent 3 consecutive weeks in one place without traveling. So recruiting's going really well. We're excited about where we are. We feel like we're going to be able to add another piece to our class to finish really strong and have an opportunity to have a really strong team into next season and moving forward.
So you say you're not traveling a ton. So what are you doing at home when you're not on your phone working with recruiting, talking to the team? What are you doing kind of in your downtime?
Well, I read quite a bit. I don't really have many hobbies, so my wife's found this time to be very useful for her. She's made me clean out the garage. She's made me clean out my closet. I do a lot more dishes now than I used to. And other than that, just try to help my kids stay active and stay away from her as much as she can. We try to keep our kids on somewhat of a routine, and I still try to exercise pretty frequently.
And are you binge watching any shows?
No. In fact, I've got April 19th marked on my calendar. I've got a countdown to April 19th because I've given this binge watching thing a try. My wife tried to get me to watch Love is Blind, and I don't want to criticize anybody who enjoys that, not my thing. So I gave that a shot for one episode, didn't work out for me, and then I did try Tiger King, and I gave that one 2 episodes and realized that wasn't my thing either. So I'm gonna get back to reading and riding my bike.
That's positive things you can be doing in this time. What's it like with the young kids? What have you been doing with them? Getting to spend a lot of time with them, which is great.
Yeah, teaching my son how to throw a football and catch a baseball and swing a baseball bat, and a lot of walks around the neighborhood. Every now and then when it's nice enough and we can stay away from people, we'll ride our bikes a little bit. Some old school things, taught them how to draw a hopscotch court out on our driveway. But for the most part, just doing things around the house, trying to keep ourselves busy.
What's it like communicating with the team right now?
It's a little bit more challenging. I love face-to-face contact. It's one of the things I feel like we have an advantage of, is that we are able to relate to our kids and we can sit down with them and talk to them about anything. But now we've made the adjustment. We go to more technology-based meetings, meet on Zoom once a week and talk with those guys and try to keep up with them and their families and just try to encourage them to stay positive. Don't get caught up in some of the doomsday talk out there in the media, but really just focus on taking care of your academics, spending this time with your family and cherishing that opportunity as much as possible. And I tell them to be ready when they come back because we're going to get right back to work.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach Boynton. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for watching.